Welcome everyone to today's P-Patch School Board mock election. My name is Sarah Bucic. I'm with the Delaware PTA. Today's mock election forum is hosted by the League of Women Voters of Delaware, as well as the Delaware PTA. And this mock election will run through July 20th, with polls closing at 8 p.m. on July 20th. There will also be a virtual election watch party on Monday, July 20th from 7 to 8 p.m. And you can go to VOTE411 to find out more information about today's mock candidates, as well as the real candidates running for school board. The actual school board election will take place on July 21st. Each candidate today will have 2 minutes for their introduction. They will have 1 minute for each question and 2 minutes to wrap up. We do have a timekeeper, Kim Wells. If you want to wave Kim, she will let candidates know when there's 1 minute left or 30 seconds to keep us on time. And I think I'm going to have each candidate team just identify themselves. We have Team Elsa, we have Team T'Challa, we have Team Simba, and Team Kylo. So Kim, is there anything else? Did I miss anything?
Did we mention VOTE411 has the candidate information? If you want to find real candidate information for your own school board races, put in your home address into VOTE411. And if you want to find the mock election candidate information, put in a Delaware City address. You can Google the address for Fort Delaware State Park. That's on Clinton Street in Delaware City. That's a good one to use if you don't have another.
Okay, great. We're going to go ahead and jump right into questions. We are taking questions from the Facebook live stream, so we will be monitoring that if you have any questions for today's candidates. But we're going to start off with some set questions. The first question will go to Team T'Challa. The first question of all the candidates: what are the 3 most important subjects for kids?
I'm sorry, Sarah, did we want them to introduce themselves first?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, we do. I said that. Yes, let's go ahead and get started with Team T'Challa. 2 minutes.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for attending. I am the campaign manager for King T'Challa, who you may know as the Black Panther. King T'Challa is the best candidate for this position on the school board. He has experience as a school teacher, and he is the wise leader of Wakanda. In addition, he is a strong, decisive member of the Avengers Superhero League. King T'Challa is really hoping to share Wakanda's technological advances with the children of P-Patch School District. He knows that children are the future and that technology is the way we can empower today's children for a brighter future for us all. Thank you.
Thank you, Team T'Challa. And I do apologize, I was jumping right into questions. I'm so excited about hearing your guys' answers. So the 2-minute introduction, the next is Team Simba. You have 2 minutes.
Thank you, Sarah. We appreciate you moderating today, and we appreciate everyone on Facebook for watching and following along with us. Simba has been on the board for quite some time. Simba also has children in the school district of P-Patch Island, so he's very invested in this school district. Along with being a father of many children, I believe 6, Simba is a ruler of his pride out in the savannah. So he does double time, Delaware City and the savannah. And that experience of leading his people and being a king in his own right is very helpful with the leadership of a school district. He has certain concerns that he thinks are important for the school district that the other people neglect or forget to bring up. And those are things like school nutrition and maybe while obviously education is important, he believes that our current school system is too structured and it doesn't allow for freedom and creativity that children need to grow and become whole, complete people. So he really encourages embracing a more creative curriculum. And those will be the issues that Simba, or rather I will be discussing for Simba today.
Thank you so much, Team Simba. Team Elsa, you have 2 minutes for your introduction.
Hello, I'm Leah. I'm the campaign manager for Elsa. former Queen of Arendelle and now the Guardian of the Enchanted Forest. Elsa believes that our younger generations have the power to change the world. She believes we should embrace each child's uniqueness and provide them with opportunities for self-expression. Elsa is committed to improving our school's curriculums through social emotional learning techniques and empowering students to follow a path of self-acceptance and compassion.
Great, thank you. And last, Team Kylo Ren, you have 2 minutes for your introduction.
Hi, I'm Melissa. I'll be representing Kylo. Y'all should just vote for him because he's gone there. He has time. He doesn't put up with nonconformists. And troublemakers need to be squashed. Thank you.
All right. Well, those are the 4 candidates. Now we will get down to the nitty-gritty questions. And this first question will be for Team T'Challa. And this is the question everybody will answer, and I will let you know the order as we go. So Team T'Challa, what are the 3 most important subjects for kids to study? You have 1 minute.
King T'Challa is very well versed in the various subjects that children study, as he has been a school teacher in the past. The most important subjects he really wants to focus on when he is elected are first, technology. He wants the youth to be well versed in both traditional American technology as well as advanced Wakanda technology that he would like to share with these children, including vibranium, which has some exciting new possibilities with computers, space flight, all kinds of things. The second subject that King T'Challa really wants to bring to the school district is computer science. Now, some children have been able to learn, maybe some typing on basic computers, but he knows that future generations must be very adept with computers to succeed. And last, languages. This is a multi-nation world we're living in right now, and we all need to speak languages to work together. Thank you.
Great, thanks so much. Team Simba, I'm going to repeat the question. What are the 3 most important subjects for kids to study?
So to restate Simba's priorities, he definitely believes that we need to relax a little bit about the curriculum in general, but he does have his topics that he thinks are the most important, or rather should be prioritized appropriately. Simba personally has learned a lot from studying the past. That's something that's been very important to his family. So definitely history. We learn history in school, but it's focused on memorizing dates and names. He wants the students to learn more about the lessons of the past and what we can change in the future based on that. Simba also believes in a focus on biology and the circle of life and how things keep moving. And maybe a little bit more survival skills, things that are practical that they can use in their everyday life. Something like entomology, like learning about insects and which ones might be edible.
Great, thank you. Team Elsa, what are the 3 most important subjects for kids to study?
Hi, so Elsa believes that psychology, sociology, and self-actualization are the 3 most important subjects. Psychology, understanding the human psyche and emotions. Sociology, understanding how our society works and how to move through our society. And self-actualization, having confidence in yourself and realizing your true potential. She believes that knowledge of these subjects are the basis for a child's success and true happiness. Thank you.
Thank you. And Team Kylo Ren, the 3 most important subjects for kids to study.
Kylo believes that his learning has become of PE, physical education. He needs to be in the martial arts. We need self-defense. Those are the only 3 things we need. We need physical. We don't need to learn anything other than that. You just need to learn how to defend yourself. Good.
Okay, all right. Moving on to the next question. The first person to respond will be Team Simba. Should we implement a restricted dress code for the P-Patch school?
I think restricting the dress code would be very much against Simba's general principles. Simba is much more Hakuna Matata. Let things go the way they'll go, let kids express themselves. And really, what's the point of restricting the dress code? What does it accomplish?
Okay, thank you. Team Elsa, should we implement a restricted dress code for the P-Patch school?
Very similar to what Simba's team said. Clothing is a mode of self-expression, so Elsa does not believe in a dress code, but she does think that kids should wear gloves if they show signs of ice-making powers.
Okay. Thank you. Team Kylo Ren, what are your thoughts on restricting the dress code for the P-Patch school?
Kylo believes that there should be a strict dress code. Strict. Everybody should follow the same path. It is no other path but tunics and robes only. And they should be brown and or black. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And Team T'Challa, should we implement a restricted dress code for P-Patch school?
King T'Challa recommends a dress code that is not restrictive, but is empowering to children. With smart fabrics and innovative technology in the clothing, we can optimize learning conditions. We can ensure the health of students. For example, we could monitor the oxygen levels of students with asthma to make sure that they are safe in their learning environment. Thank you.
Thank you. Great. The next question, the first person to respond will be Team Elsa. If elected, what are your primary goals for the following year?
So one of Elsa's primary goals for the coming year is to implement social emotional learning techniques into the school curriculum. So as a board member, she will ensure that we implement weekly social emotional learning workshops. Yeah, thank you.
Great. Team Kylo Ren, what are your primary goals for the coming year?
The only goal is self-defense. That is all.
Okay, it's to the point. Okay, Team T'Challa, your primary goals for the following year?
King T'Challa's primary focus is on advanced technology at P-Patch School District. King T'Challa would like to get rid of antiquated subjects such as cursive handwriting and incorporate more advanced technologies, computer skills for all children, holographic learning stations rather than broken down textbooks. Technology is the focus for King T'Challa. Thank you.
And Team Simba, your primary goals for the coming year?
Simba would like to point us at the previous year's successes and how well the students have been performing in their annual tests. He thinks the students are doing a great combination of learning, but also, learning to be themselves, learning to interact and become fully fledged human beings in this world that we live in. In short, just keep doing what we're doing and keep electing the same board members.
Okay, thank you. And like I said earlier, we are taking questions from the chat on our Facebook page. So if you do have any questions for the candidates, please post them so that we can ask the candidates. Our next question, and the first to respond will be Team Kylo Ren. Are you concerned about declining enrollment and its effect on the school budget?
No, because everybody should be forced to go to school. There should be no exceptions to this rule.
Okay. Team T'Challa, are you concerned about declining enrollment and its effect on the budget?
King T'Challa knows that our children are our future, and our children are smart. They know the education that they need. Enrollment may be declining because children aren't getting what they need out of the school, which would be advanced technology. He feels strongly that when we incorporate these new changes, the holographic learning stations, enrollment will increase and the budget issues will go away with that enrollment.
Thank you. Team Simba, would you like to respond?
While Simba realizes that enrollment is declining and that therefore there will be less money, this should even out because there will be less students that we need to provide services for. So it seems like things will probably work out. However, Simba does surround himself with a wise collection of team members who are able to advise him on issues such as these. So this might be when he needs to talk to his advisor Rafiki about.
Thank you. And Team Elsa, what are you concerned about the declining enrollment and its effect on the budget?
So Elsa believes that if we improve our schools, enrollment will follow. So we should invest in things like better quality classroom supplies and encourage more time for having fun and socializing with peers, potentially more investment in arts programs and opportunities for self-expression. This will attract students and increase enrollment.
Okay, thank you very much. This next question is one that's I anticipate some different answers on this one. It's a highly contested question about beverage selections. So the first person to answer this will be Team T'Challa. What beverage selections should be available in the Pea Patch Island school cafeterias?
Great question. So King T'Challa knows that the beverages we drink keep us learning and performing at our best. King T'Challa is very excited to bring herbal drinks from Wakanda to help the students learn better and wants these to be served in the cafeteria. So rather than sugary drinks like sodas, students should have access to beverages that have small amounts of the heart-shaped herb in them. The herb that you may know gives him his powers to help the students be strong and wise like the Black Panther. Thank you.
Thank you. Team Simba, the floor is yours about beverage selections for the school cafeteria.
To tie this in with the last question about the budget issues, we should potentially look at options that give the children something nutritious, but also don't necessarily cost our budget, because this isn't an area where we need to spend a lot of money. So I'm thinking maybe something like bug juice would solve both of those problems.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, slimy yet satisfying.
Oh, okay, thanks, great. Team Elsa, what are your thoughts on beverage selections for the cafeteria?
So Elsa believes that frozen beverages would be best, things like slushies and snow cones. She thinks these would be a great addition to the cafeteria at our schools.
Okay, great, thank you. And last, Team Kylo Ren, what are your thoughts on beverage selections in the cafeteria?
Why does there need to be a selection? What happened to water? It's fine. It's good for you. Drink that.
Okay, great. Well, we went through our questions. Do we have any additional questions? It looks like so far we haven't had any in the Facebook chat. If you do have any, please do submit them while our candidates are here and eager to respond. I do know something had come up earlier about cell phone usage in school, and I wanted to bring that to the attention of everybody. If you could answer a question about what are your thoughts, Team Simba, about cell phone use during the school day?
So like many other things that aren't necessarily part of a traditional curriculum, cell phones are a skill that children are going to increasingly need to learn and get comfortable with. So why not start that learning in school, and they'll figure out how to self-regulate as they go.
Team Elsa, does your candidate have any thoughts on cell phone use during the school day?
Yes, Elsa does believe there should be some restrictions on cell phones. They shouldn't be used in the classroom because they could be a distraction, but during recess or free time, they could be used to send messages of affirmation to their friends and also for emergencies.
And Team Kylo Ren, does your candidate have thoughts on cell phone usage during the school day?
Cell phones are useless. Just go into each other's dreams like I do.
Okay. And Team T'Challa, what does your candidate think about cell phones?
King T'Challa is in support of using cell phones to enhance learning. He feels that by incorporating vibration, they can make the cell phones even smarter so that they could not be used to detract from learning, but could provide more enhancement of activities in between class time.
Great, thank you. Well, if we don't have any further questions, I'd like to give you each 2 minutes to close out your, with a closing statement. We'll go ahead and start with Team Elsa. The floor is yours.
Thank you. So Elsa is committed to helping kids understand who they are. She knows how it feels to be an outsider, so she will approach this job and this position from a position of true love and compassion. And as former Queen of Arundel and now Guardian of
Oops, I think we might have lost you there. We will move on, and if you rejoin us, we'll let you finish your closing statement, Team Elsa. Kylo Ren, your closing statement?
Join us. It's the only option.
I'll show you.
Okay. Team T'Challa, your closing statement?
King T'Challa is clearly the best candidate for this position. In what other contender do you get a school teacher, a king, and a superhero? His skills in different arenas can't be beat. King T'Challa really brings fresh ideas. He wants to share the advanced technology of Wakanda with the students of Pea Patch Island. He will revolutionize our schools with advanced technology, preparing our children for a bright future. Elect King T'Challa, and we can all achieve greatness together. Thank you.
Great, thanks. Yes, Team Elsa, I see you've rejoined us. We're just going to let you finish your statement. It did cut off after the beginning of your statement, if you'd like to.
Sorry about that. I will start over. So Elsa is committed to helping kids understand who they are and find their true potential. She knows how it feels to be an outsider, so she will approach this job from a position of true love and compassion. And as former Queen of Arundel and now Guardian of the Enchanted Forest, she believes her leadership skills will make her successful in this role. So she hopes that she will get your vote. Thank you.
Great, thank you. And Team Simba?
Simba would like to point towards his years of experience on the school board, as well as being a ruler in his own right and a father, and remind you that he is deeply emotionally invested in the school district. His own children attend. He wants to see for their own good, as well as all the children of Pea Patch Island. So vote for Simba, who has the proven experience and who has already shown that things can get along just fine.
Great, thank you. Well, we appreciate all of you being here today to answer these questions. Again, we encourage everyone watching this to go to VOTE411.org. And to find out more about today's candidates, you can put in a Delaware City address. You can put in 45 Clinton Street, Delaware City, Delaware, 19706, and find out all the background information on today's candidates and vote on them, please, before July 20th at 8 p.m. While you're there, please put in your actual home address and find out about who is running for school board where you live. The actual school board elections are taking place on July 21st. So we thank you all for coming today. This was really informative.